Pork has got to be one of the most versatile types of meat that there is in the meat industry.
And once you break that down, ham has got to be one of the most versatile pieces of pork.
Everybody just loved the last video that we did and laid out on the counter a half of a hog to show all of the different types of meats that you can get on a half of a hog. There were a few requests to dive a little deeper into the cuts.
So we chose the one that we think is absolutely the most versatile, and we're going to look at ham today. And not just a whole ham, like a bunch of different options that you can get. If you're getting a pork or a hog butchered, there are a lot of different options for what to do with the hams.
Now, when we first started doing this, we didn't even think of all of the options, to be honest with you. And we were normal grocery store consumers. And it wasn't until we got into producing meat and working with our processor that we really began to understand all of the litany of options that you can offer a customer with one portion of the pig.
So let's start getting them out, and we'll lay out a different cut of the ham, and we'll talk a little bit about that cut and then move on to the next one.
Before we do that, where's the ham located on the pig?
Well, our pigs, a lot of times when they're running up and down the hill in the forest that they're in, a lot of people, when they come and look at them, they will say, "Look at those butts."
And
that's the ham.
That's the ham. Yeah, those rear end cheeks, the top of that rear leg is where you're going to get your ham from.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at some things. All right.
I want to start with like just big ham.
Okay, let me see if I can find one. How about basically nothing's done to it?
We've got some really exciting news we wanted to share with you.
We are officially launching a Patreon, and we are so excited to invite you to join us over there.
We've been looking for a way to share more of our life with you without having to fuss with the YouTube algorithm and editing, and Patreon is going to be an awesome way for us to do that. We're going to be able to show you behind the scenes look at the farm, recipes in the kitchen, and some live Q&As even.
And this is just one more way that you can be a part of what we're doing here at Airground Farms and support us, whether you live in California or New Jersey or Australia and Canada. If you want to be a part of the movement that we have going on here, we just invite you to join us, come alongside us, and support what we're doing.
If this interests you at all, I'll leave a link for our Patreon in the description of this video. Click on it and come join us.
We'll see you over there.
So this is frozen. It's not going to look, I mean, like, look, y'all, this isn't the Food Network. This is a half of a ham. So here's the big side, the small side. The actual thing goes out to about here. This is half a ham.
Yep. So this thing right here weighs, and it's all gonna be pig dependent. Now, this particular half ham weighs 7.88 pounds, okay? So there's your, basically just raw, nothing's done, very minimally processed.
Yeah, and this
pork.
This would be called fresh. So this is a fresh half ham. This, you're gonna want to roast it, slow cook it,
smoke it,
put it in a turkey roaster, a crock pot, a slow cook, and it's going to be amazing, just pork flavor.
Okay, I'm gonna get another one now. It's gonna make some rustling. Okay, here's another one now. This, again, it's frozen. It is a cured and smoked pork half ham.
So now we're looking at just over 9 pounds, and this one has been cured. So it is fully cooked, cured. All you have to do with that is heat and eat. So it's more like your spiral, honey baked, like those types of things, but it is simply cured and smoked.
This is leaving the curing and the smoking to the processor. If you're a type of person, it's like, look, I just want to throw this thing in the crock pot or in the oven, wrap it up, and have a meal for a bunch of people, this is for you. This is the one that I like because I know that I can go to it, pop it in the oven, add some casseroles, and I'm good. So if that's what you're into, this is a cut for you, for sure. Okay, slide them down.
All right. Now, you can take that same ham and slice it a little bit thinner, and you end up with a ham roast.
Okay, so here's your ham roast.
Now what we've got is, this is, look like about here on the ham, and they've sliced it into a smaller piece. We've got about 2.5 pounds, and this is a cured and smoked ham roast.
Okay, this is going to serve, 2 or 3 people, a nice meal, and you're not committed to all of that other big honking thing. You don't have to worry about how am I going to save it. I don't want to lose any. It's also really expensive. Maybe I just didn't need that much. This is the perfect option. We have a customer who comes in, she's single, and she comes in and she'll get one of these, and she loves it with her greens or green beans, and she gets these pretty regularly, and that way she knows she can eat through it.
Yeah,
so
multiple meals off of one.
Right.
You can also get these fresh, just like this is, or cured like this one is. And you can ask for the roasts to be different sizes. Anything, well, actually, you can go anywhere from a whole ham, which is going to be somewhere 18 to 20 pounds, half hams, ham roast. This one is 2.5 pounds. You can get them 3 to 4 pounds. Like, you can ask for the different sizes for your hams as well. And again, fresh or cured.
Hey there, real quick. Are you interested in the topics of food, freedom, and farming? Well, we might have the channel just for you.
For the past year and a half, we have recorded the Duster Mud podcast, and recently we gave it its own YouTube channel, the Duster Mud Podcast YouTube channel.
So make sure to go and check it out. The link is in the description below, and we look forward to seeing you over
Take
there.
it one step smaller. We can take that ham and slice it a little bit smaller, and you end up with a ham steak.
Okay, so here is a fresh, nothing has been done to it. The only thing they did was take the whole ham and they started slicing it. We get them done 1 inch. This is for the store. That is a 1 inch thick ham steak. And they're amazing.
Yeah, what you get with the ham steak is because it's smaller, you're going to be able to cook it a little differently. Our favorite way to cook these ham steaks is on the grill. I love grilling a ham steak. We'll put our normal seasoning on it and get a pretty quick cook on it. If you do a fast sear, take it off the heat.
Let it finish.
Yeah, I tried this one doing it a slow cook, and I've tried doing a reverse sear on it. These, if you do that, they toughen up, even with the reverse sear, because they're just a little bit thinner. So on these, the way I like to do it is just get a char on both edges and pull them off of the grill. So they're a pretty quick cook. And
you can also put them in your crock pot or roast them in your Dutch oven in your oven. Like you can slow cook these with your favorite vegetables in there and stuff also. So think really versatile. You can cook it on the grill, or you can go low and slow wintertime meal.
Put it in a skillet and sear it in a skillet. Yep. You can also get these cured if you would like. We normally get them fresh, and we just love cooking them. That's a quick meal for us on the grill.
Okay, a really fun one is next. Still a ham steak, but he mentioned curing it. This is basically a ready-made meal. It is a cured and smoked, really thin slice, like 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch, I don't know.
1/4 inch.
Really thin.
Yeah, we asked for them to be a 1/4
Okay,
inch.
this is only 0.59 pounds worth of meat, but it's ready to eat.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of this.
This one is one that you can heat quickly, throw it in a skillet, however you want to heat it. Like, it'll heat up really fast. It's already cured and smoked, so it's fully cooked. All you got to do is heat this puppy up, and you're having ham. And it is amazing. It tastes really good.
Great option for super fast ham and eggs, or if you're a carnivore and you just need to get your quick meats. put that right there for you.
Take it down one more notch.
There you go.
What you can get is what our processor calls a cutlet. It is small pieces of ham that they run through a tenderizer. Think of beef cubed steak. So this is 2 pieces. They're about this size and this size. And they take them, run them through a tenderizer. 2 pieces are...
They run about a half a pound in our store for a pack.
A pack is about a half a pound. Think tenderized though, so with this, you can cook it anyway. Like fast, slow. My mom and dad like to
fry them.
Cut them into strips and fry them. They call them pork fingers. We can throw them in the air fryer. They put them in a deep fryer. Like you can do almost anything with these.
Our friend from church makes schnitzel with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like full up.
And
It's
because
amazing.
they're tenderized, they really take seasoning really well. So you can, it doesn't take a whole lot of seasoning, and the way that the meat is, it'll really take in that seasoning. They thaw quickly, they cook quickly. Our family in Oklahoma, this is their favorite thing to do with a ham because it's out of the freezer, it's ready to cook in a very short amount of time, and then it's cooked in a very short amount of time.
Super quick and easy way to eat a nice piece of meat especially when you're busy.
And then the last one we're going to look at is the easiest way of eating a piece of ham, and that is lunch meat.
All right, here's the lunch meat that we have made. They make it out of a whole ham. They take the whole ham, they take the bone out of it, wrap it up, like with all the string and stuff, and then they cure it and they smoke it. So this is lunch meat ham, but y'all, this is real ham. This
is amazing.
This is not the
so
lunch
good.
meat you get at the grocery
No.
store. This is real meat
Yeah.
that you're eating. You put a little bit of cheese in there, just wrap it up and have a ham and cheese wrap. I mean, if you're into sandwiches, oh man.
Oh yeah. Well, for us, the sandwich is the ham and the cheese.
I know, but that would
it.
taste yummy. I would like a ham sandwich, you know, but we don't eat that. But anyway, this is another option that your processor might offer for you guys. If you come to Air to Ground Meats, we definitely have ham lunch meat available for you. In fact, all of these cuts are available at Air to Ground Meats in Ava. Yes, we do ship. If you need that, we can do that for you also. But this shows you the amount of versatility all the way from big, not cooked, bone-in chunk of meat to minimally processed through the sizes.
Yeah, and with all of these, you can go bone in, boneless. One thing we will mention is there are other ways of doing ham, like some of the fermented meats that you'll see, like, is it prosciutto?
Yeah.
And we don't offer that. We don't offer any of the fermented meats.
Yeah.
There is a difference between what you would call a city ham and a country ham. This is more of city ham.
Mhm. Although I love country ham.
Country ham is packed in salt. It's aged. You'll see them sometimes hanging in places like a Cracker Barrel. They'll be hanging from the ceiling. Those are country hams. We do not offer those either in the store, but it is something else you can do with the ham.
Can I tell about a childhood story?
Yeah.
Y'all, we used to go to this place in Dillard, Georgia when I was growing up. Actually, I went there just last summer. And there is a place called the Dillard House. And that was one of the first places that I ever tasted country ham. It's a family style restaurant. They bring it all out to you, but you can order the country ham. It is super salty and it goes great with pancakes and things like that. It is so good. And I remember thinking, I don't know if I like it. And then I tasted it and the wang of it and the saltiness of it was absolutely delicious. If you're ever near the Dillard, Georgia area, go to the Dillard House. It's amazing.
The last thing I will say is sometimes you'll see something called a picnic ham, and that actually isn't ham at all. It's the front arm of the hog or the shoulder, and they can do this same type of thing where they cure and smoke it. The picnic part of the arm is like right here on the hog, and they will call it a picnic ham, while it's cured and smoked and might taste a little bit like ham, not technically ham because ham is the back leg.
But that would be an interesting experiment. We have never tried cured and smoked shoulder.
Right.
and that's got a whole different flavor profile than ham does. So if someone, we have a viewer, she's like, I'm not a big ham person. Well, what about getting a shoulder
Yeah.
cured and smoked?
as a picnic
That might
food.
be a really fun option for people who don't really care for the darker meat in the ham.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, this is what a ham is. And hey, what are your favorite cuts? What are your experiences with getting a whole hog cut up? Do you have any likes or dislikes, or did we miss something here? Make sure to let us know.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us again. Until next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.